Right now, someone watching this is barely holding it together. You've been carrying something heavy, something you haven't told anyone about. And on the outside, you look fine. You show up. You smile. You keep going. But on the inside, you're exhausted, anxious, maybe even a little lost. And the strangest part is, you can't even fully explain it. It's not just one thing. It's everything. The pressure at work, the relationship that drained you, the dreams that feel further away than ever, the quiet that hits you late at night when the world stops moving and you're left alone with your thoughts. If that's where you are right now, this message is for you. Because I want to share something with you today. Something that's been changing lives for thousands of years. Not a strategy, not a list of tips, just one verse, 28 words. And somehow, those 28 words have the power to completely shift something inside of you, if you let them. The verse is Isaiah 41 verse 10, and it goes like this: "So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." Read it again slowly. Let it land. Do not fear. I am with you. I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you. 6 declarations, back to back, like God wanted to make absolutely sure you didn't miss it. Now here's what most people don't know about this verse. They read it like it's some kind of motivational quote, something you put on a coffee mug or a phone wallpaper. But when you understand where it came from, when you understand who it was spoken to and why, it hits completely differently. This verse comes from the book of Isaiah, written during one of the darkest seasons in the entire history of the Israelite people. They had been ripped from their homeland, taken into exile in Babylon. Their city was in ruins. Their temple, the very symbol of God's presence among them, had been destroyed. Everything familiar was gone. Everything they had trusted and had crumbled. They were scared. They were confused. They felt completely abandoned. They didn't know if things would ever be okay again. Sound familiar? And into that kind of darkness, God speaks. Not with a lecture, not with conditions, just with a promise. I am with you. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will hold you up. This wasn't written for people who had it together. It wasn't written for people in their best season. It was written for people in exile, people who felt forgotten, people who had lost so much that they didn't even know where to begin. It was written for people who feel exactly like you might feel right now. And here's the thing about the structure of this verse that scholars and theologians have noted for centuries. It's not an accident. Look at how it builds. First, God says, "Do not fear." Then immediately, He gives you the reason, "For I am with you." He doesn't just give you a command without a foundation. He says, "Here's why you don't have to fear. Because you're not alone. You never were." Then He says, "Do not be dismayed." That word, dismayed, it means something specific. It means the kind of distress that comes from something unexpected. When life throws you something you didn't see coming. When the diagnosis blindsides you. When the relationship ends out of nowhere. When you lose the job, the house, the sense of security you thought you had. Dismay is that stunned, helpless, breathless feeling. And God specifically addresses it. He says, even in that moment, even when you didn't see it coming, even when you're standing there in shock, I am still your God. That phrase, I am your God, in the original Hebrew, it carries a covenant meaning. It's not just a title. It's a relationship. It means, I am bound to you. I chose you. I haven't changed my mind. Think about that for a second. In a world where everything feels so temporary, where relationships end, where jobs disappear, where people let you down, where even your own sense of self can feel unstable, there is a God who says, I am yours. and I'm not going anywhere. Now let's talk about where you actually are right now, because I want to get real with you for a moment. A lot of people in America today are dealing with a level of anxiety that is genuinely unprecedented. Studies consistently show that anxiety disorders are the most common mental health issue in this country, affecting tens of millions of people. And even beyond clinical anxiety, there's just this low-grade hum of stress and dread that so many people carry every single day. You're overworked. You're overstimulated. You're scrolling through highlight reels of other people's lives and wondering why yours feels so incomplete. You're fighting battles that nobody can see. Maybe it's financial pressure, trying to make rent, trying to pay down debt, trying to figure out how you're going to get ahead. Maybe it's relational, a marriage that's struggling, a friendship that's become toxic, a loneliness that's settled into your bones even when you're surrounded by people. Maybe it's something deeper, a purpose question, that persistent feeling that you're meant for something more, but you have no idea what it is or how to get there. So you keep doing what you've always done. Keep going through the motions. Keep waiting for something to shift. And underneath all of it, fear. Fear that it won't work out. Fear that you've wasted too much time. Fear that you're not enough. Fear that the worst is still coming. And that's exactly where Isaiah 41 verse 10 reaches in. Do not fear, not because your circumstances have changed, not because the storm is over, but because you are not facing it alone. Here's something I want you to really sit with. The verse says God will strengthen you. The word in the original Hebrew is chazak, and it means to make firm, to bind, to fasten. It's the image of something being reinforced, fortified, like when a structure is at risk of collapsing and you add support beams to hold it up. That's what God is offering, not the removal of the pressure, but the reinforcement to hold under it. Because here's a truth that's hard to accept but important to hear. Sometimes the situation doesn't change right away. Sometimes the storm keeps going. Sometimes the season of struggle is longer than you expected. And in those moments, what you need isn't an immediate escape. What you need is strength you didn't know you had. And God says, I will give it to you. I will help you. That phrase sounds simple, but it's enormous. God, the God of the universe, says, I will help you. Not I might. Not I'll consider it. Not if you're good enough or faithful enough or have it all figured out. I will. Present tense. Active. Personal. And then the verse ends with something profound. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. In ancient culture, the right hand was the hand of strength, the hand of authority, the hand of action. When someone upheld you with their right hand, it meant they were actively sustaining you, carrying your weight, keeping you from falling. And it's God's righteous right hand, meaning it's not just power. It's power that is just, faithful, and trustworthy. Power you can lean into without fear that it will drop you. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine that. Not figuratively. Actually imagine it. You, exactly as you are right now, with everything you're carrying, being held up by something stronger than your own two hands. Something you don't have to earn. Something that won't let you go. That's what this verse is offering. Now I want to tell you something else. Something that I think is the real reason God put this verse in your path today. A lot of us are living in a kind of spiritual exile. Not in Babylon, but in the exile of our own minds. Exiled from peace. Exiled from hope. Exiled from the belief that things can actually get better. We've been disappointed so many times. We've prayed so many prayers that felt unanswered. We've tried to believe and then watched things fall apart anyway. And over time, quietly, subtly, we stopped expecting anything from God. We went from faith to something more like resignation. We still believe He exists. We just stopped believing He's involved. In our specific lives, in our specific situation. And that is exactly the lie this verse is designed to destroy. Because God doesn't say, "I was with Israel." He says, "I am with you." Present, not past. You, not just them. And he isn't speaking to the people who had their faith perfectly intact. He's speaking to the exiles, the displaced, the discouraged, the ones who felt like he had gone quiet. He speaks right into the silence and says, "I never left." Here is what I want you to take with you from this. You don't have to have everything figured out. You don't have to fix your situation before you can receive strength. You don't have to reach some level of spiritual perfection before God will show up in your life. The promise in Isaiah 41 verse 10 isn't conditional. There's no if in this verse. There's no when you deserve it or once you get your act together. It's a flat-out declaration. I am with you. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will hold you up. The only thing this requires from you is the willingness to stop trying to carry it alone. So here's how you actually apply this. Starting today, when the anxiety hits, and it will, instead of reaching for your phone, reach for this verse. Say it out loud. Isaiah 41 verse 10. Not because words are magic, but because there is something powerful about speaking truth into your own atmosphere. About choosing to remind yourself what is actually true when your feelings are screaming something different. When you wake up at 3 in the morning with your heart pounding and your mind racing, whisper it. Do not fear. I am with you. Not because the fear immediately vanishes, but because you're training yourself to look for God's presence instead of locking eyes with the problem. When someone asks how you're doing and the honest answer is, "I'm not okay," let yourself say that, and then hold on to this promise, not as a performance of faith, but as a quiet, private, deeply personal anchor, something to hold in the dark when nothing else makes sense. Because here's the deepest truth of all of this. The verse doesn't promise that your situation will change immediately. It promises something better. It promises that you will not face your situation alone. And when you truly internalize that, when it moves from something you know to something you actually believe, it changes everything. Not because your circumstances shifted, but because you did. The fear doesn't get the last word. The anxiety doesn't win. The exhaustion doesn't define you. Because you are being held by something that does not break. 3,000 years ago, God said these words to a people in exile. People who had lost everything and had no idea what was coming next. And those words made it into the hands of a writer who preserved them. And then into a scroll. And then into a Bible. And then into a video. And then somehow, out of billions of pieces of content on the internet, into your ears. Today, maybe that's a coincidence. Or maybe this message found you for a reason.